It's time for my one-on-one interview, and I have been invited to the room of the #1 seed here in Bangkok. Well, it's with great pleasure to welcome Janko Tipsarevic in my one-on-one interview. Janko, thank you very much for doing this.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor to be in your show.
You are 28 years old. I hope that's not bad that I remind you.
No, that's good.
You're at the height of your career. 28, is that a little bit later than you would have thought? And
you don't have to be so careful.
Are you a little surprised? Are you a little surprised at 28 that you're better than you were at 24, 25?
I am. I think, I kind of realized the important stuff about the game later in my career. I was always a hard worker, even if I'm not, even if I'm overweight or fat or whatever or lazy, always when I go on court, I was giving everything I can. But probably you know better than anyone that that's not enough. You need to live and breathe tennis in order to achieve success and the absolute peak of your potential. And slowly I kind of changed, and at the age of 26, I kind of started taking things more seriously, mainly off court, and I feel extremely lucky because the change almost started happening immediately. Yeah. Before I don't want to say I was a chicken, but I was too afraid to disappoint myself by setting up goals, and then later on, if not achieving them, because I was so talented as a junior, the biggest fear that I have is to disappoint myself, actually, and I couldn't handle that. But over the years, I realized that I'm not going to say it's the only way, but in my experience, is to set up goals, be ready to do everything for that, and be ready to fail, because that's okay. It's okay to fail, but it's not okay not to give everything you have. Yeah.
You are been in top 10 here. What are your goals now? I mean, are you thinking to win a Grand Slam? Obviously, you have to get to semifinals of a Grand Slam first. I mean, where are you? You're 28. It's not old.
Yeah, no.
But where do you look, or do you not look at that at all?
When I was a kid, I was always dreaming about DJing and snowboarding and hanging out with my friends. I was never, to be 100% honest with you, I was never actually dreaming about winning Wimbledon or French Open or whatever. And I feel that this part is also very important, because if you visualize this stuff, you kind of think that you belong there, that this will happen for you, and if the moment comes, that you're going to embrace it. And I think I need to start at least dreaming. I know it's late, but dreaming that, one day I might have a shot of winning a Grand Slam.
Yeah, it must help in a way to see, I guess, to see Novak do as well as he. I mean, he won obviously Australian Open a few, 3 or 4 or 5 years back, and then he restarted his career. I mean, that's an inspiration. He didn't change much except maybe his lifestyle a little bit.
It really helps a lot seeing this guy, first of all, being one of my best friends, and seeing what he does from a first row seat. It's not, even though I'm cool with all the other guys, I would never have the same freedom to talk to them like I do with Novak, And just seeing what he does and how actually simple he makes it, because he is a slave to tennis in a good way, kind of helps you think, if this guy can do it, I can also be better than what I am now.
Janko, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Good luck for the rest of the year.
Thank you.
It's now time to find out what another Serbian player is up to. Here is the Joker.
Well, 2 days after the US Open, Novak Djockovic invited friends from the world of sport, fashion and business to a fundraising dinner. His mission? To alleviate the suffering of children, especially in his native Serbia. Novak managed to raise $1.4 million. Back home in Serbia, Djokovic supported another charitable project. As a UNICEF ambassador, he visited a kindergarten in the village of Lesnica, not far from Belgrade, to spend the day with more than 40 children who were more than happy to talk, draw and play with the biggest sports star in Serbia. Nole then went to Taiwan to play an exhibition against Spain's Nicolas Almagro. He was welcomed by hundreds of fans at the airport. Yeah, the best part of the match was the end, when the two players, at the request of the fans, performed the Gangnam-style dance made famous by South Korean rapper Psy. Enjoy it.